The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. A give running right is Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Watson now to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Browns put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Devin Bush sprinting behind the line to track down the ball carrier.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go. 11.
Here's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The Bengals hit 10-4 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10.
Gun. Stop.
Now it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be... The Browns' 38-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Credit Zadarius Smith able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Burrow.
This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
T. Higgins.
40 yards.
And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? Or what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw, Watson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, How about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards. Chubb. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. 7-7, our score after 1. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Browns have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking deep here for Chase. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
To throw is Watson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. Down to the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play. They put points on the board for their team.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
I'm wondering.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. These two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the visiting Bengals who came away with the victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now. Here, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field that took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Let's get set.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here comes third and about a foot. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 84 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Faking the give. Now Watson. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Pass.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Room here to run. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Watson. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Burrow looking to pass. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Hey, we got to keep scoring. We got to keep scoring. 12, 12, 12.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Mixon with a first down carry. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
Play action. It's Burrow.
Open man, that's Gesicki down the field.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And it's caught. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Gun.
Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. Through the middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
On 1, ready? Here we go. 11 MT.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And that is caught. He's caught for a Bengal touchdown. Drew Sample, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. McPherson on for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Browns drive about to get started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Watson now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TV. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now it's Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Hopkins with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Gun.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. Here's 1st and 10. Now Watson, he's going to move him around. Watson gets this to Moore. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Watson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. picked by Logan Wilson.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring,